Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode 10 of Bossing the Bibles, and it actually feels like it's been a really long time since I made a Bossing the Bibles, because over the weekend I did a live stream, and then this past week I did some different types of videos and stuff. So it's been a really long time since I actually made episode 9 to episode 10. But anyway, this episode is just a little bit of QBD footage, and then I'm going to get into a little bit of live commentary, but right now it's just after the fact, recorded, all that type of stuff, because what I did was I made some different armor images, I guess. What I'm doing with the series now is I'm going to be trying to get pretty much different armor sets from different bosses. So if we start off first with the Bandos equipment, I made a little image. I just kind of was playing around with GIMP, which is what I used for photo editing. I don't have Photoshop, I don't really feel like purchasing it, and GIMP works out pretty well and it's totally free. So if you guys are interested in that, you can just Google that. It's free and it works really well. But anyway, I got a little concept art image of the Bandos boss, put him in the background, and then just put the armor out on there. And what I'm going to do is, as I get the drops in my videos in Bossing the Bibles, say I get a Bandos War Shield drop, I'll go in and I'll blur out the Bandos War Shield, so that at the end of every Bossing the Bibles, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down, I'm going to go through all of these different images that I have and show you guys pretty much what drops I've gotten, what I haven't so far. And so now if we go on to the Robes of Subjugation image that I made, this one is kind of my personal favorite. I don't really know why I spent so much time making this, but what I did was I went to the concept art image of the Robes of Subjugation, and then I used the crop tool to pull out the person over here on the right side. And then I got an image of the Firestorm node from RuneSpan, and I put the Firestorm node kind of next to the arms. I really don't know why I did all of this. It wasn't really necessary, but I had a lot of fun doing it. So it kind of looks like the guy's summoning up a Firestorm on the right side, and I just thought it looked pretty cool. But then we have on the left the full set of Robes of Subjugation, and I'll just blur those out as I get them as drops. And so hopefully we can get all of those as a drop from Zamorak. And now if we move on to the Armadillo equipment, once again, just concept art background, and then the armor laid out over on the left side, so that's pretty cool. And I mean, I just kind of wanted to show you guys the images that I'm going to be using. I didn't go to God Wars in this episode, so I'm not going to have any drops to show you guys. And I'm actually kind of interested to see the new update that's coming out tomorrow on Monday the 14th, along with Calfight King and all that other stuff, is that the bosses are getting buffed, and then also the regenerate abilities are getting nerfed. The abilities being nerfed isn't really a big thing, but I'm kind of interested to see how the solo bossing part of my Bossing the Bible series, I've really been enjoying the solo bossing since EOC came out, and it's just, I'm kind of interested to see if you can really still do solo bossing, or if it's kind of going to be how it used to be in the game and just not really as beneficial to you. It would be better to go with a partner or a small team. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how that goes. And then if I do have to start using a partner, I think that I'm probably going to do loot share, and if I get the drop, then I'll just pay them out a split or something. But I kind of want to get all the drops and hold them in a tab, which I will show you guys a little bit later when I get into live commentary, just to show you how I set up some of my bank tabs for the rest of the series. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to be doing a lot more bossing. Hopefully Bossing the Bibles can start picking up a little bit of the pace. I've been kind of slow with it, to be honest, lately. And I'm going to try to be making some more episodes more frequently. I've just, the past 2 weeks have been kind of crazy for me. But, anyway, I think that's all I have to say pretty much for right now, so I'm going to hop over to the live commentary part. Okay, so now we're into the live commentary portion of the video, And I don't have any like live commentary bossing for this episode. That will be next episode and from there on and everything. I'm just kind of using this episode to kind of set up the rest of the series a little bit because I kind of want to improve it. I felt like the quality was lacking a little bit. But anyway, you guys may have noticed that I only had 3 of the 5 God Wars bosses, the like armor sets listed in the Bossing the Buyables like little things that I made that I'm going to be doing an outro with at the end of the episode. And that is because next I feel that currently where I'm at, I don't think that that's kind of like a good goal to be getting all of those as a drop. I haven't done any solo kills. Farthest I've got is I was almost finished the blood phase, but I was about to die. I tellied out with like 400 HP. So I don't think that I'm going to be soloing anytime soon, but maybe eventually I can, and you never know, I might be adding some next sets onto the series. And then also, Sarah doesn't have any like armor sets, and so what I'm doing is I'm going for armor sets. I'm not like going for all the different drops and stuff like that. But yeah, Sarah, I'm not a fan of it really since EOC, and it's only like the Armadillo crossbow and the necklaces that are really worst. Well, Hilt is pretty good too. But anyway, I'm not going to be doing Sarah on there, so it's just those 3 bosses, Armadillo, Bandos, and Sarah. And so now I just kind of wanted to show you guys my bank setup. I made basically like 4 tabs. So here I have my ceremonial stuff, Frozen Key, and then some magic logs. This is kind of just like my nexing tab currently. I'm just like, that's just to get the ceremonial quick, Frozen Key to get there, bonfire when I'm there so that like I remember to bonfire. And then there's not really anything else in there right now. I'll probably add some more stuff later. But over here now, I have some QBD loot. This is going to be my loot tab. The lobsters, don't pay attention to those. They don't actually belong in there. But anyway, this is the QBD loot tab. So what I'm doing, I think every 10 episodes, so next is episode 20, where I'm going to be selling this. I'm basically just going to like sell off my loot every episode. So for 10 episodes, I'll stockpile my loot. And then every like 20, 30, 40 like episode, I'm gonna sell off the loot. But I have 300k and like a magic seed, some ore. The onyx bolt tips actually adds up to quite a bit, and I got a royal frame. This is probably like a total of an hour and a half maybe of QBD. And now this is like my supplies tab, and it's got a little bit of junk down here, but overall I've got like some runes that I use. I've got my charms, hoping to get 99 summoning. Let's see, right now I am 3.1 mil XP off with all these charms. Next is actually really good blue charms. I didn't have very many blue charms when I started out, but now that I've been nexting a little bit, it's some really good blue charms. And then I have my overloads and extremes. I'm going to eventually, when I run out of these overloads here, I'll probably end up making all these into overloads. It's because I'm 98 herb, 1.2 mil XP off of 99. I got the 98 herb when I was going for 2300 total level on New Year's Eve, and spent a crap load of money. I found out that I bought my Torstals for 27k each. So like, I guess every New Year's Eve maybe, when people are trying to get levels before like it hits midnight, everything shoots up a lot. Overloads are really fast XP, so I'll have to remember that for next year. Maybe you can make a little bit of money off of that. But yeah, so it's just kind of my supplies here. And if you notice, I have 3k shark and 10k rocktail, so that's a little bit of my cash in there. I only have 41 mil right now, because I've been buying a lot of different things, and yeah, the rocktail, that's like 12 mil right there, and then the shark is, I don't know, probably only a mil or so. But anyway, there's a little bit of my money. There's a lot of my money. And I had to make extremes too. These extreme ranging and strength that I made, those were I had to make those on New Year's Eve. And so now we have kind of my gear tab. This is messy because I can't really do much with bank holder, like placeholders. Maybe one day I'll get like Glavins and Bandos and Arma placeholders for that, but things that degrade like Chaotix or things like Arcane Stream and the Gothic Scape that I use for magic, those I can't really ever get a placeholder for. But I've got my Armadillo up here at the top. I then have some Gano, a little bit of Barrow's equipment, some more magic gear, Chaotic Crossbow, my two Bandos boots that I picked up for 180k each. They're now like 2 mil each, so that's pretty cool. Wish I would have bought more, but oh well. And then just some other miscellaneous things. Slayer helmet can go up there, and my Slayer tab doesn't really need to be there. But yeah, so I'm not gonna like price check my bank for you, but I think I checked it like last week, and it's somewhere around 100 mil with like all my items and my cash put together. So not too rich, but not too poor. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys. This is kind of like my nexting tab, and I set it up loot tab, supplies, armor, so it's just nice and quick for that. And it was just kind of like a mini bank video, but not really a bank video. So I mean, that's pretty much it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. That really helps me out a lot. And stay tuned for the next episode of Bossing Buyables.